Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope 186 back again with another video. Hopefully everyone had a happy holidays and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that other stuff. Um, everyone's heard about this whole Sony filing this patent to block used game stuff. So, I might as well talk about it too. First things first, every company files patents just for the fuck of it. You know what I mean? Like Microsoft does it. I'm sure Nintendo does it. Samsung. It doesn't matter. Like where any company, they file patents just for the fuck of it. You know what I mean? It could be just because they have to have it in their back pocket for later. It could be for so that no one else can use it. You know what I mean? It could be for many different reasons why the patent was filed. And so there's no guarantee that this will be in the PS4, or unless Sony confirms this or something like that. But this video is about the hypothetical. What could happen if they did this? It's for me and for everybody else. And I mean, me personally, I do my very best to try to buy games new, because I do want to support developers. I do want to support the publishers and stuff like that. I want to support them. You know what I mean? But there are some games out there that are simply not worth $60. You know what I mean? Like me, I have this this thing. I don't know if it's everyone else, but me, any game. Well, if I really do love the game, yeah, I'm buying the game. Period. Brand new. Period. You know what I mean? That's off rip. You know what I mean? But there are certain games out there that are simply not worth $60. And me personally, I don't feel that single player games are worth $60. You know what I mean? Like, it's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. You know what I mean? So, but that's what I'm saying. So I'll probably just wait till it goes on sale, or if I have to buy it used, I'll buy it used. You know what I mean? Nothing like gotta save money. But regardless. Like, I understand why Sony would want to do it. And you can see that the reason why this is such a big deal, because Sony has already have done everything in their power to try to curb piracy on their systems. You know what I mean? And believe it or not, they consider used games as piracy. I guarantee you they do. You know what I'm saying? And but the problem is, every time they seem to try to block piracy or used games and all that other stuff, the people who get screwed over are the consumers. You know what I mean? The people who buy the system, and the people who want to buy the system but just won't. You know what I mean? Who just can't. Think about let's put it out like this, right? You have Joe Smo comes into the store, comes into GameStop. He looks at the PS4 section. He sees every game on the PS4 is $60, even more, maybe even more, because next gen. $60, $60, $60, $60. You know what I mean? He goes over to the Xbox 720 section, goes to the Wii U section, and he sees games for 20, 30, 40, 50. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Used games. What system do you think they'll gravitate to? It's an obvious answer. They're gonna go where the bargains are. You know what I mean? That's on the 720, on the Wii U. Who would blame them? You know what I mean? Because with this economy being this shitty, you gotta save money. You gotta be able to save money. So Sony gets hurt in that regard. You obviously, if you buy a PS4 game and you don't like it, well, too fucking bad, because you can't fucking do anything about it. You can't resell the game. You can't just give it to a friend. You can't even give it out for free, because once the game is tied to your account, it's over. You know what I'm saying? It's over. That's fucked up. So they're affected by that. GameStop may be offended and be like, hey, you know what? Fuck it. We're not selling your system. And if you're going to buy a video game, I would probably say 7 out of 10 people who want to get into video games, the first place they're going to go to is a GameStop. You know what I'm saying? Like 7 out of 10 times they'll go to a GameStop. You know what I mean? And it's obviously. So if GameStop's like, all right, fuck it, we're not going to give you this. We're not either going to sell the system for you, or they might do what they do with the PC section, just have it just a little tiny section right there, like they have with at least with every GameStop I've been to for PC gaming. have like a little tiny section, insignificant section, maybe in the middle of all the stuff that's surrounding it. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, who the hell want to buy a system where you have like a little section, like a little spin thing where you just see a couple games, you'll see the system and that's it. You know what I mean? I mean, the whole, like, if Sony decided to put this in the PS4, it's just a stupid move, like business-wise, because you're alienating every possible consumer out there.
Ready for the next battle.
I got a notification. So you're basically alienating every possible consumer out there. You know what I mean? If a game comes out, and let's say if it's a rare game that comes out, you know, they can't find it. Let's say if it came out for retail release, they can't find it. So they have to go. So most people are probably gonna have to go digital because you're not gonna be able to find a game used anywhere. You know what I mean? And if they can find the game online, you know, obviously the game has to be new, or else you wouldn't buy it. And they're probably gonna charge you an arm and a leg for it. You know what I mean? So you're forcing people to buy it to go digital if they find the game digitally. And the fucked up part is there's not a lot of areas where Wi-Fi is relevant. You know what I mean? Like, I was talking to a friend that lives in Texas, and he said that they just got into Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? They just got Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? You have you know, countries around the globe that has, you know, I think download caps and you know, if Sony did this, all it does is just alienates every possible consumer out there. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? And you know, to be honest with you, I mean, if they did this, I wouldn't buy a PS4. I'm a big fan of PlayStation. I've owned every PlayStation product that, you know, that's been out since the PS1. You know what I mean? I've owned the PS1, I own the PS2, I own the PSP, obviously I own the PS3 now, and I own the Vita. You know what I'm saying? Like, every one of those systems has been great, with the exception of the PSP. I didn't think it was so great. You know, but I did find other great uses for it. But you know, I've owned all those things, and you know, like it's always been, I've always been happy with the PlayStation brand. But if they put this into the PS4, there's no way in hell I'm buying it, because I'm not supporting crap like this. You know what I mean? They make it seem as if people who buy, like, they make it seem as if the used game thing is like the #1 killer for the game industry, and I know for a fact that it's not. It can't be. It can't be. I'm gonna tell you why. There's like, for one, even if it is, let's just say even if it is, there are ways around it. Make the games cheaper. If you want more people to buy the game, make it cheaper. Make it cheaper. Have every game available for digital download. You know, just in case people want to download it digitally, and if you want to get more bang for your buck out of it, you know what I mean? Because you know, you don't have the middleman. Do that too. Do a better job of fucking marketing. How about that? Market your games better. You know what I'm saying? How about that? You know what I mean? Like, you know, this whole thing with the whole attacking of the used game thing is just obnoxious to me. So, but again, I just want to put this out there. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what their plans are. You know what I mean? So I'm just putting a hypothetical out there. You know what I mean? So, because my intent, like, if I had to pick, like, without knowing, well, obviously we all know what the Wii U is, so, you know, I'm not really interested in that. But, you know, if I had to pick between the 720 and the PS4, you know, really without knowing anything else, I'd buy the PS4 because, you know, because one, I have a great track record with Sony. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean I wouldn't buy a 720 either. It's just, you know, you never know with the 720. But with this rumor out there, if they put the anti-used game thing on the PS4, I can't support it. But again, we don't know. So, you know, I'm just putting a video just to talk about the hypothetical. But anyways, you know, I'm done. Who 186? I'm out.